So, today I'm going to talk about my dream. So, the first thing that I remember is that my family was just in their home all snuggly and warm while the earth it was the end of the world and we didn't even know it. And then Jesus' angels and Jesus came down to tell us the world is going to come to an end. And that day was today in my dream. So he brings us up to heaven and we had a party. And I saw Jesus and I saw some angels and we did the limbo and I met some of my mom's grandma, my dad's grandpa, and a lot of relatives that I didn't know. Okay.
Did they come over to say hi to you, or how did you meet them?
The angels were like, these are one of your relatives. And then I was like, ooh, what's his or her name? And then...
Do you remember any of the names?
One I think was like Uncle Josh or something, I think.
Cool. And what do you remember about the angels?
That they were nice and they were very bright. They weren't super dark or anything like that.
Were they as tall as people or different sizes, or what do you remember?
Different sizes, little different sizes probably.
Did they have wings or no wings?
Some had wings, some didn't.
Did they have armor or no armor? Or
some had a little armor on.
Like, were some having swords or no swords, or do you remember?
Some had swords, some had like bow and arrows or something like that.
Cool. Did you see any that you knew were guardian angels, or?
No.
Couldn't tell if any were guardian. Okay. And what do you remember about Jesus? Did you meet him personally, or just see him, or did he talk to you?
Yeah, he talked to me a little bit, and I saw him.
Do you remember what he said to you?
Come with me, we are going to heaven, and we're going to have a party. Yeah.
Cool. What do you remember about Jesus, what he looked like?
He was very bright. He had kind of brownish hair, I think, like brown eyes, I think.
Did he have a beard or no beard?
No beard.
No beard. Did he, do you remember if he was wearing like a robe, or?
Sometimes when I saw him, I saw a robe on him. Sometimes I saw like normal human clothes.
Okay, cool. And what was happening outside before he came?
I saw a lot of things collapsing, and I saw a lot of dust in the air, and saw some floods, and I heard a lot of screaming.
Screaming because of people were being hurt by like natural disasters, or was there something else? Do you know what people were screaming about?
No, because we had our we didn't really look outside. The blinds were closed and stuff.
Oh, okay. So, did you get to see what was happening, or you just heard what was happening?
We heard what was happening.
Gotcha. Were you scared at all, or anything?
I was a little scared at first.
Do you remember where we were at? Are we in our house now, or was it another house? Or?
It was at this house.
Okay, cool. And then you said Jesus and his angels showed up?
Mhm.
Cool. And then did we fly up to heaven, or did we just immediately appear in heaven?
We just immediately we just got up to heaven like as quick as a wink.
Cool. And do you remember where you were standing in heaven?
Well, yes, but I can't really explain where it was, where
Was it grass, or was it like a shiny gold? What? Like a castle, like a building? Do you remember?
It was kind of like a shiny floor. It was like a shiny, really shiny ground and stuff.
Oh, cool. Did you see any? Do you remember anything else you saw there, like rivers or trees or anything?
Yeah, I saw some trees. I saw a couple rivers, some ponds, some little ducklings.
So you saw some animals?
Mhm.
What animals do you remember seeing?
Some deer, some chipmunks.
Do you remember seeing anything unusual that you wouldn't see here on Earth besides angels?
No.
Okay, pretty normal. All right. And did Jesus or the angels tell you anything else?
You will be safe up here, and some other stuff, but I don't remember all that they said.
Okay. Were we staying in heaven, or were they bringing us back to Earth, or do you remember?
They bring us back to Earth once, like, the collapse was done, and there was a new world.
Oh, there was a new world?
Yeah.
Oh, like a new Earth, or a new...
Basically, yeah, new Earth.
Wow. What do you remember about that?
There were some different animals. There was some different objects.
Like what kind of objects?
Shiny thingies.
Something pretty, or...
Yeah, lots of pretty things. So it kind of reminded me of heaven a little bit.
So it's kind of like an Earth that looked like heaven a little bit?
Yeah.
Wow. So do you remember anything about that? Like, were we coming back down to that, or was you just looking at it from heaven?
We came down, and we also saw when it was getting built and stuff.
Oh, cool. Do you remember anything else about that? Like,
Who
was building it? Was it people building it, or angels building it, or?
Angels building it.
Wow. So could you see all the angels like doing stuff at that point?
Mhm.
Cool. And do you remember also anything going on the Earth before all the stuff happened? Like anything else leading up to it, or did your dream just kind of start right there?
My dream just started.
Okay. Or like, could you tell if it was a tornado outside, or do you know what it was?
Yeah, it was like a tornado and a couple floods.
And how did you know there was some flooding going on?
Because when I was in heaven, I saw some of it like all happening before the new Earth got built.
Oh, wow. So when you were in heaven, you could see what was happening, like the destruction to the Earth?
Mhm.
Ooh, what kind of, do you remember anything else about the flooding? Like where it was happening, or how big it was, or?
It was pretty big. It was like, 30 feet long or something. Well, it was really, really big.
Like it was covering, could you tell if it was covering up mountains, or was it covering up cities, or? Do you remember?
It was covering up like some trees and washing up a lot of things.
Wow. Do you remember any other things happening on the earth? Were there like volcanoes or do you just remember floods and tornadoes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Well, anything else that's coming to mind that you didn't share already?
We ate popcorn in heaven. We had a popcorn party.
We had oh, so it sounds like we had a party in heaven. So what was the party like?
There's a lot of yippies, woohoos, and I liked it.
You liked it? Were people singing and dancing, or was there any music?
Yeah, there was a lot of music.
Do you remember what kind of music? Like, was it
like worshiping music and some party music, like
wow, cool. So were the angels having fun too?
Yeah.
Cool. Was Jesus having fun? That's awesome. Were people eating at all, or?
Yeah.
They were. Nice. Did you get to eat anything?
Yeah.
What did you eat?
Some donuts, some pop.
Wow. Do you actually remember eating donuts and pop in heaven?
Oh yeah, we were having a party.
Wow, cool. Sounds good. Did you meet anyone else up in heaven there? So you met a grandma and a grandpa and an uncle, maybe an uncle or something?
Some people that I don't know,
People you don't know.
but I like them.
Good. Sounds good. Well, thank you. Is there anything else that you wanted to share that you forgot?
No.
Cool. Did you just say when all this? Did you have any sense of when this might be happening, or? No. Okay. Just that it was cool. All right. Well, thanks again, and say bye, everyone.
Bye bye. Adios.